So for today's reading vlog, I thought I could make some dents in a few series that I'm reading. It's honestly become a bit of a problem because I just start series and then I never come back to them no matter how much I want to. The sequels and however far in the series just sits on my shelf and I never pick them up. So today I'm going to correct that for at least a few series. So I'll get right into the TBR for this video. So the first one I don't actually have a physical copy of. I'll put the cover somewhere over here. It's Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson. It's the sequel to Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, and I read that book months ago at this point, and so I have really been wanting to read the sequel because I really enjoyed Benjamin Stevenson's writing style in the first book. I just have not gotten around to it. So my Libby hold for it came in for the audiobook. So now is the time for me to finally read it. But Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone is one of those books where it's like, I remember I loved the writing style and I enjoyed the story, but I don't remember many specifics about it. Like I remember some things, but a lot of it I don't remember. So hopefully I will be able to remember enough to read the sequel, but we'll see. I am really excited to read it because, like I said, I did love Benjamin Stevenson's writing style. I thought it was super unique, and so I'm hoping the sequel has like the same kind of writing style. So that's book one. Book two is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is the sequel to Powerless. This is a fairly new release. It released the beginning of July, and I had pre-ordered it, so I have had it since basically the release day. But have I read it? No. Have I really wanted to read it? Yes. Have I nearly gotten spoiled so many times for this book? Also yes. So now it's time I finally read it so I know what it's about, and I've heard so many mixed reviews. Some people love this one, some people hate it. I'm hoping I love it because I loved Powerless. I know that some people also hated that one, but I personally really loved it, so I'm really hopeful. I love the characters, and I especially loved Powerful, which was the novella, so I'm really hopeful. I'm excited to read this one. How many times can I say that about these books? A lot. Anyway, yeah, but I am super excited to read this one, so definitely excited to read this one. Also, it is raining outside, so apologies if you hear that. Yeah, so anyway, book three that I've got, this is actually a reread for me. It's Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, which is the sequel to Shadow and Bone. So this one, basically I'm rereading this trilogy because I want to watch the Netflix show, but I feel like I don't remember, like I remember the plot, but I feel like I don't remember enough. I know this does not make sense at all, but I just want to reread it before I watch the Netflix show. And also I want to reread Six of Crows, and personally the context in the Shadow and Bone trilogy helps me a lot when reading Six of Crows. So anyway, long-winded explanation to say this is the third book. It is a reread, but you know, why not? Anyway, so this is the third book, and then the fourth and final book is the Scorch Trials. I just read The Maze Runner in a recent reading vlog, and the ending left me completely dumbfounded, and so my friend was kind enough to let me borrow her copy because she recommended it to me, so I'm borrowing her copy to read as soon as humanly possible. This might be the book in this vlog that I am the most excited for, because like I said in my other reading vlog, I have so many unanswered questions that I need answers to, and I'm worried I won't get them in this book, but I know I'm gonna love this book. Honestly, I just know I'm gonna love this book. So yeah, that's the TBR plus Everyone on This Train is a Suspect, which actually I think is the one I'm going to start with. Since it's the audiobook and it'll be easy to listen to, you know. So anyway, I think I'm going to start with that one, and I will update you, you know, when there are updates to be had. Anyway, so I'm going to go listen to that one. Alright, so first reading update. I started Everyone on This Train is a Suspect. I've listened to the, I guess it's the prologue and the first chapter, And I will be honest, the first book in this series, everyone in my family has killed someone. It is one of those that, like, I do not remember the plot, but as I'm listening to this book, I'm starting to remember Benjamin Stevenson's writing style, and his writing style is so interesting. I love it. I love a really interesting writing style for mysteries and thrillers, and his is super interesting because it's like the main character of the book, Ernest Cunningham, he is like a writer in the book, and so it's like he is talking to you as the reader, and it's just really interesting. And it's really hard to explain almost, but if you're a fan of mysteries and like mysteries that do like different types of things, I would definitely recommend picking up this series. But so far I'm really enjoying it. It's set on a train, which I think is going to be so much fun. I think from what I know so far, it's about these authors going to some sort of like event or like festival or something, and they're all on this train, and then I don't know if it's the authors who start dying or just passengers, but like people start dying and then it's one of the authors. That's what you know going in. And so I think this is going to be a super duper interesting murder mystery. I'm really looking forward to it. I like the narrator so far, which is always a good thing for audiobooks. So yeah, that's basically my update. I mean, there's not much to say just based on the first chapter, but I figured I should go ahead and update because there is a very strong possibility that I'm just going to sit down and listen to the rest of this audiobook like tonight, maybe in the morning. But yeah, I am super interested already, which is really good considering it's only the first chapter. But yeah, so far this is looking like it's going to get a good rating from me, but I'm definitely excited to read it. So I'm going to go read some more and I will update you at some point, either when I've finished it or if, you know, I have something to say. So I'm going to go, I guess, listen to the audiobook and I will update you. Okay, so my reading update, I'm about 35% into Everyone in This Train is a Suspect, the audiobook, and I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I'm actually enjoying it more, I think, than the first book. I'm really enjoying it. I love mysteries set on trains. It has like this kind of same vibe as Murder on the Orient Express, which I love. Also, I was wrong before. The like literary festival is on the train, so they're not going to it. It's on the train, which I think is even better than what I originally thought was going on. But I'm really enjoying it. The mystery so far, it's like a slow start. Like, you know something is going to happen. You know people are going to die. But like at 35%, it's still more setup, which I don't mind because it's like you don't know what's going to happen, and it's like there are a lot of possibilities, which I think is good, and I'm really enjoying it. Basically, I really love Benjamin Stevens' writing style. I know I said this before, but like it's really interesting because of the way he does write this series. It's really good. Honestly, I'm probably just going to listen to the rest of the audiobook, like just binge it because it is just so good, you know? Like, I do not want to put this book down. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping the mystery, like the actual mystery does get like started soon because, you know, I'm getting close to the halfway mark with no real mystery yet, but I think it will be worth the wait, I'm hoping. So yeah, that's basically the update. They're on the train, the festival's going on, people are acting kind of suspiciously. So I think it's gonna be good. Definitely right now I'm thinking probably 4 stars, if not more. But I think I am gonna really like this one. So I'm super excited to see where it goes, and I will update you, honestly, probably when I'm finished with it. Unless I have like some interesting thought to say, but I'll probably update you when I'm actually finished with the book. So that's basically all I have to say right now. So I will see you probably when I'm finished with the book. Okay, so I finished Everyone on This Train is a Suspect. It was really good. I liked it, I think, even more than the first book. Like I said, it had like the kind of Murder on the Orient Express vibe, so that was really fun, and it did honestly keep me guessing until the end, which I really enjoyed. And like I said, the writing is absolutely amazing. So if you like mysteries and thrillers and like are a fan of Agatha Christie and all that, definitely pick up this series by Benjamin Stevenson because it is just so good, and it's such an interesting murder mystery, both of them in the series. And then there's a third one. I'm not sure if it's a novel or a novella, but it's like a Christmas one that's coming out in October that I'm really excited to read. So that's probably definitely on my TBR for December. So I'm super excited about that. But anyway, so I finished Everyone on this Train is a Suspect. I'm probably going to rate it 4.5 stars. That's what I'm leaning towards. It's either a 4 or 4.5. I'm not sure. I will tell you at the end of the vlog, you know, because I'm not sure what my final rating is going to be, but I definitely liked it. I definitely recommend it, and I'm really excited for the third book to come out. So the next book on my TBR that I've decided I'm going to read is Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I don't know how much I'm going to have to say about this since, you know, it is a reread, but I don't remember a lot about what happens in this specific book. Really, all I remember is just it feels like a filler book, and it was my least favorite in the series, but I want to reread the series, so maybe my opinions will change this time around. But yeah, so this is the next book I'm going to read, and I will update you once I have made some headway, because this one's definitely longer than Everyone on this Train is a Suspect, but I will update you once I have made a little bit of progress and have some thoughts on it. Okay, so I'm editing this video, and I realized that I forgot to tell you that I got the bookshelves in. So, enjoyed the footage of me and putting books on them and all. We're still waiting on inventory, so they look really sparse now, but that will change anyway. This is quality content right here, so I forgot. So, this is me telling you now that we got the bookshelves, and I got the audiobook for Siege and Storm so that I could listen to that while putting them together. So now back to the reading vlog, to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay, so update on the reading vlog. What is it? 300 pages into Siege and Storm, and I'm glad I'm rereading it because I am remembering more of the plot now, which will be good when I do reread Six of Crows. That's really the main reason I'm rereading this. Also, I do remember why this is my least favorite book in the series, because it does just feel like a filler book for it, you know? Like, it's not the beginning and it's not showing how it all wraps up, it's just sort of there. And I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I don't dislike it, but it's definitely more of a filler book than any of the other books, honestly, in the Grishaverse that I have read so far. But it's good. I'm enjoying it. I mean, there's not really a lot to say because it is the second book in a fantasy series, so I mean, it's just following the characters. Basically, it's just getting you from the introduction of basically, you know, the introduction of the conflict from book 1 to the resolution of the conflict that will come in book 3. It's basically just getting you from point A to point B, which is necessary. It's just, it can be a drag when you're reading a 400-page book that is just filler, but it's probably going to be 3 stars, which I think is what I rated it the first time I read it. It's been a while, I don't remember. So probably going to be 3 stars. There's not really much I can say about this one since, you know, I mean, there really isn't much to say. I'm liking the characters. I do like Nikolai. He got introduced in this book and I like him a lot. And yeah, so I'm going to probably finish this one today. So yeah, that's the reading update for that. And I have also started the Scorch trials, and I'm on chapter 11, which is only like 60 pages into the book, and already I have gotten no answers, just more questions. And I'm honestly enjoying it. Like, I have no answers to any of the questions I had at the end of book 1. I have even more questions now, but I am really enjoying it. So I'm definitely excited to read more. I might finish this one today. That's a toss-up. I don't have anything else to do today except for read, so it's possible that I will finish it. But yeah, so really enjoying this one. I think I'm gonna enjoy it as much, if not more, than the Maze Runner. So I'm going to go finish Siege and Storm and then read some more of this, maybe finish it. I will update you once I finish Siege and Storm. And the other thing that has happened is we have more bookshelves. We have all that are going to go on this wall except for one. We need to order one more, but it's starting to feel more like a bookstore. And I promise I will give a full tour once, you know, we have all the inventory and all the bookshelves in, because right now it's still very disjointed almost. So it's like we've got some bookshelves here and some bookshelves there, and they're all half full because we are still waiting on some things to come in. But I built those while I was listening to the audiobook for the Scorch Trials and Siege and Storm. I was alternating between the two, so that is fun. That has happened. Progress is good always. Feels like finally we're, you know, making actual progress, so that's fun. So yeah, I'm going to go read some more, probably finish this one, and I will update you when I have finished it, unless I have like some groundbreaking revelation about it, which I doubt. So I will update you soon-ish. So reading update, I have finished Siege and Storm. I mean, I don't have a lot to say about it. It was okay. It's still my least favorite in the series just because it is like a filler book basically to get us from book 1 to book 3, and so it was good, but it was definitely not, you know, anything outstanding, I'll say. Like, I like the writing and I like the characters, obviously. It's just this particular book, it feels like not a lot. Like, things happen, but it feels like not much goes on, if that makes sense. So I'm probably going to give it a 3-star, which I think is what I rated it the first time I read it. It has been a while, so I don't really remember, but that's what I'm going to rate it this time, is 3 stars. So, I mean, I'm excited to reread the last book in the series and then Six of Crows. So, you know, I mean, I did not dislike this book. I might have even liked it a little more than the first time I read it, but it still is probably the weakest book in the series. But overall, it was good. It was good. Like, 3 stars is definitely not a bad rating. It's just, you know, it was good. It just wasn't anything particularly amazing. So 3 stars. So I enjoyed it. And then the other book I've started is The Scorch Trials. And I'm like 13 chapters in, and I still have so many questions that I doubt are going to be fully answered until I actually finish the series. So I'm loving this. I think it is definitely going to live up to The Maze Runner. So I really don't have a lot to say right now. So I'm going to go not finish it, but read some more, and then I will update you. So I have finished Scorch Trials, and I didn't update because once I started this book, I basically could not put it down. I don't want to say too much about it since it is the second book in the series, but it was so good. I'm not sure if I like this one or The Maze Runner better. I loved both of them. This one also gets 5 stars. It was so good, and I still have questions. Like, I got answers to some of my questions, but there are now even more questions. So I'm just hoping that by the end of the series, I will have something that looks like an answer to some of my questions. But this series is so good. If you somehow have not read it, just please go read it because it is so good. I will definitely be reading book 3 as soon as I possibly can because I need to know what happens next in the series. But I love The Scorch Trials. Definitely 5 stars. I definitely recommend this whole series. I'm really loving it. So yeah, that's basically all I'm going to say about this because I don't want to say too much and spoil anything. But basically, just read the series is what I'm saying. So 5 stars. I loved it. And so the last book, I think the 4th book I'm reading for this vlog is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. And this is probably the one that I'm the most nervous for and excited at the same time because I personally loved Powerless, the first book in this series. I know some people didn't, but I really loved it. And I have heard some mixed reviews about Reckless, so I'm nervous going in. I'm excited because the cliffhanger of Powerless, I have been so excited for this book to come out ever since I read Powerless. But I am nervous because I have heard some mixed reviews, but I think I'm gonna like it. So I will definitely keep you updated for this one, but I'll probably finish it in the next couple days, day or so, something like that. But I will keep you updated. So I will update you at some point, like maybe 100 pages in, halfway, something like that. So anyway, that's the reading update for now, and I will update you as soon as something interesting happens in this book. Okay, so just a real quick reading update. I'm about like halfway through Reckless, and I'm honestly not sure how I'm feeling about it right now. I'm enjoying it. I personally like the writing. It's easy to read, but I mean, I feel like the plot is just kind of going nowhere almost, and it could be because this is like the second book in what's going to be a trilogy, so that might be why. But right now it's just like I like seeing like the thought process of all the different characters, but I also feel like the way they're acting just sometimes does not match like their motivation almost, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, it just seems like there's a lot of undue angst in this book, and I mean, I don't dislike it, but it's not to the level that Powerless was. And something I have noticed is like all the fantasy series I read, it's like the second book is always so different from the first. And I mean, maybe this is just because it is the second book in a trilogy and it's like Siege and Storm. It's good, but it's not as good as the other two. So I mean, I'm only halfway through, so I'm hoping the second half will get better, but we will see. that's basically all I have to say. Like, I'm enjoying the different point of views. I'm enjoying the writing, but there is just a lot of angst that feels almost unnecessary, like the way that it's done. Like, I understand, like, the characters and, like, the things that they have gone through in book 1. I don't want to say too much and spoil it, but it's like, I understand, like, their emotions, but it's just like some things just don't make sense to me. But we're gonna see how the second half is. Hopefully it's going to get better, I hope. So anyway, yeah, that's just my update. I might update you before I finish it. I don't know, it just depends on if I have something to say or not. But I'm gonna go read some more and I will update you at some point. So I have finished Reckless, and I will be honest, for the second half, this was sitting squarely at like a 3.5 stars. And then that last chapter and the epilogue, it's 4 stars. Like, it's not 5 stars because there was so much that I was just kind of bored with it. And there were moments where I was like, okay, these characters are kind of getting on my nerves. And I hated that. But then the ending happened and oh my gosh. If you know, you know. If you don't, go read it. I think this is definitely, it's suffering from, like, Siege and Storm just being the second book in a trilogy that's getting us from the beginning to how it all ends. I mean, there's not really much else I can say because I don't want to spoil anything, but I did enjoy, like, seeing the emotions that were going through the characters' heads, even when they annoyed me a little bit. I enjoyed the writing. I think Lauren Roberts' writing is pretty good. Like, it's not obviously perfection, but I enjoy it. So yeah, basically just, I did like the characters. I do enjoy the split POV that's in this series. I feel like that adds to it. But yeah, this is probably so far my least favorite in the series. My favorite is Powerful, the novella, I can think of it, is Powerful, the novella, that, like, is basically just powerless, but from a different character's perspective. That hurt me emotionally, but it was so good. This one, I definitely did not like it as much as Powerless or Powerful, but I did enjoy it, and after that ending, I cannot wait for the last book to come out. I think it's called Fearless. I think it's Fearless. And I don't know when it comes out, but I can't wait for it to come out because after that ending, oh my gosh, it hits you right in the heart. Like, oh my gosh. So anyway, definitely giving this 4 stars. I definitely recommend this series. And I mean, that's all that I really have to say. 4 stars. Please go read the series. So yeah, overall, I think this reading vlog was pretty good. I mean, 2 4 stars, a 5 star, and then a 3 star, which I knew was going to be a 3 star. But yeah, I would honestly recommend all of the series that I was reading in this vlog because they're all really good in their own way. But yeah, so that's it for this vlog. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and then I will see you in the next one.